landscapes, bison, these are icons of the American West. We're rolling into the Badlands National Park in South Dakota, and then heading on up to Theodore Roosevelt National Park in North Dakota. Our first stop, Badlands National Park in South Dakota. These rugged landscapes are shaped by powerful winds throughout the year, and were just absolutely stunning to see the different layers of rock. We stayed at a KOA just outside the park, which was perfect because we needed to get some laundry done, and it was really nice having good hot showers.
Good morning. We are up before the sunrise to go check and see what the lake looks like. So it was the windiest night. It was absolutely insane.
Oh my gosh.
Just insane.
It was crazy.
We woke up before the sun so we could scout out some really great places to do a sunrise time lapse.
Okay, good morning. Today we were scouting out sunrise places for a time lapse. So now we know, we have an idea. Maybe, maybe not. We're gonna go back to camp and get some breakfast.
We didn't really find any locations that were really exciting to get the sunrise time lapse that I wanted. However, we did find quite a few mule deer out having their own breakfast. After going back to the campsite to have coffee and breakfast of our own, we headed out for the day to explore the rest of the park, and it really blew us away.
Hey, how windy is it? That's ridiculous. Can you hear it? It's ridiculous.
These powerful winds out here in the Badlands are shaping these rock formations constantly, and I'm also going to blame them for my terrible parking job while I was out here.
I don't know what's happening in my parking job. It must be the wind. Yeah. All the wind is keeping me from parking well.
While we didn't find any great places to do a sunrise time lapse, we did find one that was truly stunning for the sunset time lapse. Camp cook best friend, what are we having for dinner?
Tonight we have some delicious soy and scallion noodles with some scrambled eggs and a appetizer of leftover salami choices.
Yay!
That's right.
Here we are, South Dakota Badlands, trying another time lapse, and Another beautiful parking job by me ended up saving us having a great camping, cooking area here. Perfectly done. Got a quick breakfast out here, oatmeal, coffee, tea. Getting ready to hit the road. It's 6 o'clock right now. Ew, it's super bright. Super bright. Going to North Dakota. Woo! First date for both of us. Yay!
We spent a couple of days in the Badlands, and now it's time to head on up to North Dakota and explore Theodore Roosevelt National Park. While we were driving around, we didn't expect to see all the prairie dogs that we saw. In fact, they were called prairie dog metropolis. There were so many out there, almost as far as the eye could see.
A prairie dog out there. When do you think they're wake up?
Hey girl, we're passing by a metropolis over there.
Oh,
A metropolis.
prairie dogs! My favorites.
The prairie dog metropolis.
Except they're sleeping in this morning.
Except they're sleeping in this morning because it's freaking cold outside.
I don't think they want to be out. As soon as they don't see a single one.
But it's a metropolis because it's
It's on both sides.
on both sides. It's
Dang.
a big thing.
It is.
Once we were out of the park boundaries, we were driving on down the highway and noticed a bison on the hill, and I couldn't pass up the moment to try to get the drone up in the air and see what kind of cool video I could get. While I was getting some beautiful wide shots of this bison on the side of the hill, I noticed a small figure running around the prairie. I thought maybe it'd be a rancher's dog, so I decided to get the drone back because I certainly didn't want to get it shot out of the sky. However, upon further inspection, it turned out to be a coyote. That coyote was definitely giving the bison a little curious look and a wide berth. Okay, let me catch you up real fast. The wind was absolutely deafening out there. In fact, when my best friend and I got back to the campsite, our ears were just hurting, like from the entire day of just hearing the wind blowing. And so, mad respect to everyone and everything that lives in this environment. It was really harsh. However, I'd still go back again. There were times where there was no wind, so it's not a bad place to visit. I Just don't think I could actually survive there with all that wind without some ear protection. But anyway, besides all that, I'm really glad that my best friend actually made me kind of slow down a little bit and see some of the touristy areas. So yes, we did go to the Corn Palace. It's a thing. It's hilarious, but also like pretty cool. Like just put it on your tour list when you go to the Badlands and then on up to North Dakota to Theodore Roosevelt National Park. So we went to the Corn Palace. We stopped at Wall Drug. You got to stop at Wall Drug. And of course, you're just driving through all of the boring hills. There's really nothing to see except for all of the billboards that are out for different places. And so we stopped at this gas station attraction type of place, and of course it was super windy, and we turned the corner. We're gonna go into the gas station to get like some snacks, maybe some coffee to help me get through the long boring miles, and there was a bunch of goats right next to the door. They're getting out of the wind. That's not what I thought I'd see. Getting out of the wind. It pretty much shocked us. It was absolutely memorable getting from one place to the next and going through these Badlands. Super cool. We finally arrived at our campsite in Madura, North Dakota, and it's right on the boundary of the national park. 7 a.m. The sun is bright. Yikes. But we're having, get out of the way, steak and blueberries. That's super healthy, huh? Look at you with your gloves. Is it chilly today?
A little bit.
A little bit.
A little chilly.
A little chilly.
Yeah, just a little. I think it's the showers aren't really all that great here. So there's some sunscreen. There we go. I'll take care of that right now. It's like under 50 degrees. So another fun day in the Dakotas.
We unpacked and headed into the park for a sunset drive to see what animals were around. We happened to see some bison and wild horses up on this ridge. We pulled over to a safe spot and got the cameras out to watch this really cool behavior unfold. At one point, these two bull bison heard the howls and yips of the coyote and stopped to listen. The next day, we woke up to explore another portion of the park and came upon a large herd of bison with a lot of red dogs, aka adorable baby bison.
You have a wonderful family. We love you. We love you all. Little red dog. Oh.
Theodore Roosevelt National Park is now one of my top 5 favorite national parks, and for good reason. These landscapes are breathtaking, and in fact, we decided to have a little picnic while we were driving around so that I could download all the amazing bison footage I just got. There was no way I was going to lose any of that.
Yep. The lunch workstation app. Because we ran into some really cool bison stuff I need to save.
Oh my god.
Before Theodore Roosevelt became president, he came to the Dakotas and said this was where the romance of his life began. Coming up here to see the amazing wildlife and rugged landscapes, it's no wonder he fell in love with this place. We're sad to leave the Dakotas, but we have to keep moving west. In fact, we're going to drive through a little bit of a snowstorm to get to my friend in Helena, Montana for the next leg of the journey. Going through the Badlands in South Dakota and then getting out to Medora and Theodore Roosevelt National Park, it was a really tough part of the trip because after, it had already been like a week and a half into the trip. And with all of the long driving days and getting up really early for sunrise stuff and staying out late for sunset stuff and just being at camp, it was really, it was tough, like energy wise. It was starting to drain me. And I learned something about myself is that I need to put in more blocks of time for me to actually rest, because if I can't really get some full rest, I can't fully be creative like I need to be. So I learned a lot about myself and my limits on this part. But what I also was so thankful for my best friend, because I was telling her, like, I'm tired, I'm getting hungry. Honestly, I just want to go like to the restaurant and get a beer or an old-fashioned cocktail or whatever. I was just hitting a limit and hitting a wall. And she said, let's just try to go out a little bit longer, or let's just go around the bend a little bit more. And without her pushing me, I would have missed some really awesome moments, some really awesome wildlife filming moments that are now one of my favorites. And I would have missed some really great vistas because I was just feeling tired. So I learned I need to block in some times for rest, but I also learned that there are times to push myself just a little bit further and a little bit longer, just pushing out of that comfort zone. And so while it was a tough part of the trip, and I'm really glad that we did it, Theodore Roosevelt is one of my top 5 favorite national parks now. It was my first time going, but I'm so in love with it now that it was tough, but I'm so thankful that we went to see it, because after all of this, we were getting a nice respite from camping and going to see a friend in Helena, Montana. And that was just, as you're camping a lot, it is really nice to actually stay with friends, stay with family, and get proper showers, get to do laundry, and sleep at a proper bed. Like, if you can't stay at a friend or family's house, step at a hotel, because you just need the rest. I need the rest. That's what I learned about myself. So this was really cool. And driving through that snow with the trailer, I was dreading it the entire time that we were driving towards Montana and Washington. And so I'm really glad it wasn't too terrible. I wasn't quite white knuckling it on the steering wheel, but I was close. However, we did okay. I was just so nervous about the trailer being behind the car. I've driven in snow, but I've never driven in snow with a trailer behind me. So check that off the list. That was the only time we really drove through snow, so yay. And we made it to Montana, and that was the start of the last leg of the drive out, because as we left there, then we were heading to Washington. So I'll see you on the next one.